What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Kendrick McKnight here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Beneath the Surface, episode 23. 23 of these things, man. It's an honor, blessing, and,
Blessings.
and just discipline on just continuing this thing. And man, for the next one, man, I just wanted someone that I know that can bring forth some some education,
Oh, education. Jeez.
some wisdom to the platform. And,
Okay. Okay.
I reached out to one of my guys, and he said, "Say less, let's do it."
Let's do it.
Oh man, like how long have I known you? It's been some years.
I would say it has been. Let's see. We're gonna tell age. I'm going to say, gosh. How old are you?
28.
So it's been at least 12 years.
It has to be because I remember it was definitely around the time my dad passed.
Yeah, and actually, and it was right before you got your driver's license. Because I actually remember the first car you was driving,
Which was what?
which was like a champagne brown, tan brown Malibu or Caprice. It had tinted windows.
It was the
But,
gold
yeah, the gold. I
Chevrolet
said, yeah,
Malibu.
yeah, Malibu.
Yeah. I forgot the
Yep.
year, but yeah,
It was a good car. It was a good car. That's all that matters.
it was a great car, and unfortunately, I got into an accident. But
I know.
we're not going to talk about that. You know what
No,
I'm
we're
saying?
not gonna talk about that.
It happens.
Yeah, I would say that's how when. Yes, that's when I knew like my reaction. I knew I was like, he's just not nobody ordinary to me. He's somebody special because when I got the call, I lost it. I left everybody to church. I left. When I say I left everybody to church, and I flew, knowing good and well that I've had like I've had one or two tickets in Goldsboro on them back streets, and I didn't care. I was like, I got to go check on my boy. So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been, what I'm saying, you're a special dude. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to see you graduate high school. I've been able to see you graduate even. You know what I'm saying? I was there with you your first day in college. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah. So I'm just saying, that's the way it is.
Yeah, you've been a part of the journey. I
Been
appreciate
part of
it
the journey. Been part of the journey. Yep.
for sure. But man, Mario Scarlett, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
We are what 4 months into 2026.
Yeah.
How's your year going so far?
It's been a year. No complaints, but it's been a year. It's been a year. It's been a year. It's definitely been a year.
It's been a year, just
Yep.
thriving, surviving, right?
Surviving, thriving, and surviving.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game.
Describe it in one word for me. 4 months in.
4 months in. Um, Interesting.
Wait, still my word. I was going to say that. Life's been interesting for sure.
Yeah.
For me, finally being what they call an adult, living on my own.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm proud of you on that note.
Huh?
I'm proud of you on that note.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud of you. You've been adulting, and I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
And it's something that I'm still learning. I'm still freshly. It's been freshly new. I've been in here since October,
Of course,
And
it's a process.
yeah,
It's definitely a process.
learning as I go.
Yes,
All
definitely.
you can do.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Continue to push forward, and
Yeah.
just pray honestly.
Hey, that's honestly the best thing you can do is pray. Like, yeah, pray. Because
Yeah.
life is life and for people. And
Do you have
especially
any? I'm sorry.
especially stepping out on your own. That's stepping on your own. That's a big step. That's jumping out of the boat. Like that's going from minimal responsibilities to full force responsibilities. Yep.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Do you have any goals this year? Personal goals, individual goals?
I got a few. I got a few. My main goal is just to continue to be uh, better man, a better father, a better husband. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's the biggest goal. You know, that's the biggest goal. That's the biggest goal.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
I would
no.
say for me, I have two big ones. Um, Two things that's actually on my list of like dream list that I think I told you about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
refresh my mind, refresh my memory.
about all of them, or just the two I'm talking about?
The main two you talked about.
Okay, so this year it's been a long time, maybe like a good 2 years since my last um, individual trip, solo trip, and I want to get back into traveling on my
Okay,
own. And so I plan on flying out for my birthday this year.
okay, okay,
You know, do a little
okay,
traveling,
okay,
experience
okay.
things.
Okay.
So
What's up?
I want to dive into that more. And then I've always wanted to do a TED talk.
Okay.
Um, I told you about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell you what though?
No, you didn't.
All right. So my main audience is just more towards kids or like people that grew up into a life where like they lost someone real young, right? And how can you navigate life without that presence, whether it was a parent, whether it was a teacher in your life that made an impact on you, a grandma or aunt, uncle, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you continue life as a 8, 9, 10 year old? For me, in my case, 16,
Okay.
trying to figure out how to keep going, right? And I'll share my experiences, and I've told a couple people on here actually where there's certain stories about my dad that I refuse to share until I get to that point and tell it on the
Okay.
stage. And uh,
Well,
you know, you know what I mean?
well,
Let the
guess
world
what?
know.
Well, speaking of that, right? Shameless plug, right? So, as you know, we go to one church, one nation, one nation.
Yeah,
So, we just recently started this thing called Teen Evolve, which is catered towards the teenagers. So, we're gonna top it up, and we can do the teen. You can do the TED talk on one of the Sundays. We do because what we do is one Sunday we do we have a service, and then next go around we do just kind of an open thing where just we dialogue. So maybe I can get you in there, and you can have a real candid conversation with the teenagers about that because some of our teenagers have lost their fathers. I know quite a few of them. So, what better way?
yeah, for sure. Just as practice, or not just practice, but just like as a
Yeah,
way to step out there and
yeah. And the good thing about this stepping out of there, you'll be in you'll be in a safe place that that you'll be in a safe place.
yeah,
So you know what I'm saying, and I'll be there. Sheree will be there. So be a safe place to to let those feelings out. because doing TED Talks, sometimes I've seen it and it could be rather daunting, especially, you are not a safe place, put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Safe space so you can be comfortable and be
Yeah.
able to try to express yourself in a way.
Express yourself. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You know,
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll talk.
I won't throw you out there in the next month or two, but maybe towards the end of the year.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. But man, I have an entire uh topic for you that has nothing to do with sports, but we can dive into sports.
You
Just
can do it too. I'm open to whatever. I'm open.
absolutely. So the
I'm
very
open.
first piece of business is, of course, our beloved, UNC coach fired, got
Yes.
thrown out of the window.
You see, I had to get my pillow. I'm
Yeah, Hubert is out of here after what, 5 seasons with us, right?
yeah,
Um,
5 seasons. 5 seasons.
just in your opinion, as a Carolina fan, fellow Carolina fan, just sum up his time with us, and in your personal opinion, why he's out.
Um, it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster. Uh, my verdict is out to really say if he was um an absolute great coach. I know he was a great motivator. Um, I definitely think he was a great motivator. I'm not gonna say he was a bad coach. Um, I just look at the teams we've had and the talent we've had, and I'm like the seasons, the down seasons, with the exception of last year, we should have did better than what we did. Last year we didn't have a big man, so that played a real true big man that we normally have in the Carolina way, but still, yeah. But in all, I mean, this is Carolina, and this is tradition, and our tradition is winning. So if you're not cutting the mustard, it's got to be changed up. Because when you start hearing commentators say, we don't really consider them a blue blood anymore. Yeah, it's time to shift. That's just like when who was it? LSU or Texas. They were still having decent seasons. I mean,
Yeah.
they was having good seasons. I mean, they were still winning 7-8 games, but their tradition of winning 10 plus, making it in the playoffs, the bowl playoffs was the standard. If you're not making the standard, it's time to change. And if we ain't making the NCAA championships and we're not making it past, we're not getting to the Sweet 16, that's not the standard. So, yeah. And then the fact of you look at the other players that left and what they did at their next stop. Look at Elliot Cadeau. Not to say he was not, look at the system he's in now. He's in the Final Four. Look at I mean, it's quite a few of them. Not Van Lubin, but look at the ones that transferred last year. They was at Vanderbilt.
Mhm.
Great seasons. So something won't mix it. So yeah, that's my thought. The only crazy part about it is now I'm looking at it is who we're gonna hire.
Mm.
Right now, it don't look good.
How do you feel about like people can counter that and be like, hey, like our best guy was out and we had to do what we could and play with who was in front of us, and was what it was. Caleb was out.
I do agree.
How can put that solely on the coach?
Yeah, you can't solely put on the coach. And like the only game that I really, in my opinion, that were 2 games.
Mhm.
The two games I would say would probably is like games to let go would be the Duke game and the NC State game because that was the first game when he was out. So there was an adjustment period, and so the team had to get used to having Zayden High in the game. So I mean, granted, you got to think about it: home court advantage, trying to get a new big man in, and don't forget that game too. We didn't have Vasar.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a difference. Now there were some games that we shouldn't have lost. That VCU game we shouldn't have lost. It was another game like that Clemson game we shouldn't have lost. So I mean, and then his comments at the end of the press conference, the game against VCU, I didn't think didn't sit well with other people. And let's face it, I think he, like, in my opinion, like now the college game is mirror of the NBA game. And if you look, he was part of the old Carolina tradition. The two big mans playing the two big mans. He just transitioned to having having a stretch 4 and 5. That makes a difference. That can shoot. And so, and then too, there's some limitations as it pertains to being in a public institution in North Carolina. You kind of have your hands tied to a certain degree versus, the private institutions having that, an untappable amount of money. Like Duke, what I'm saying? They have like staff that is not even, they're part of the team that are not even on the coaching staff, and all they do is just handle the business part. Yeah. We just tapped into it this year. So we was already 2-3 steps behind. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, our people was out, but we still should have won 2 or 3 more games than we should have.
If everyone was healthy, how far you saw it going? 16? At least.
Yes, at least Sweet 16.
Okay.
At least Sweet 16. I would say that. And the one thing I think that we lacked this year that we had last year was Elliot Cadeau, who was a true point guard. I think the young guy that transferred from, I think it was like Cleveland State, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he did not produce like that I thought he was going to produce as a point guard. The freshman did pretty good, but we needed another one, and that he didn't produce for me like I thought he did. I think in the college game, you got to have a good point guard and a good like 2 good big men. Yeah.
Well, even though we lost, which is definitely a disappointment, a win for me as a Carolina fan is seeing Duke lose, especially in the fashion that they did. So it's just
believe it or not, I know you're gonna get me for this. I was actually rooting for Duke. I was rooting for Duke. I'm gonna tell you why. As much as I dislike Duke, I cannot stand the Hurley brothers. His arrogance is beyond me. Like, at the end, you see what he did at the end of the game with the referee. His arrogance just irks me. To see him lose would have been perfect. Now, Duke could have lost after that, but yeah, his arrogance is like, because I mean, Shire, if you look at Shire, it was like, he don't even show arrogance like that. I could deal with teams, but I just like arrogance. And like his is borderline, his not confidence, his is arrogance. I could deal with confidence, being overconfident versus being arrogant. And he was arrogant.
Yeah.
And that was from the start of, yeah. And just for the record, this is not UConn. This is Catawba, where my son goes to. Because even though I'm talking about it, people might get it. People like, he's talking about UConn, but he got UConn hat. No, this is Catawba University. My son is a freshman at Catawba. That's what it is. Catawba Indians. My money goes to Catawba. My money goes to Catawba, not UConn. This is Catawba, not UConn.
Thank you for the again education, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because because that would have been people that just seem like, how are you gonna be talking about UConn? He's got a UConn hat on. No, it's Catawba. Salisbury, North Carolina, the Indians.
Catawba.
Private institution. Catawba.
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my choices.
Catawba is a surprisingly great school. It's a really good school. I knew about it in high school, but I was like, nah. But my son, it fits him. He's quiet. It's a quiet university. Great staff. I was able to meet the staff, but yeah, it fits him because he's very kind of to himself, kind of introverted. But yeah, me, nah. I had to go to, my Central University.
Were there some nerves that he was going to follow suit?
Actually, no.
Okay.
No. He did have one school, but that was Virginia State, and the only reason with that was because he is very, very involved in lacrosse, and Virginia State was one of the only schools, HBCUs, that has lacrosse, with the exception of Hampton. So he's a lacrosse kid and football, but mostly lacrosse now. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, but he went in the open house, and I was like, nah, he's not coming to Central. It hurt my heart. It really did, but I was like, nah, he's not coming to Central. I knew it. I just knew it. It was like really. It was disappointing, but as long as he was going to school and he's enjoying school, I'm fine with it. With
it. His choice,
Yeah. So,
that's also crazy too, just seeing his evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember seeing him like,
yeah, you beat how to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Donovan. Like, look at Donovan now. Look at Donovan. Like, I mean, like they literally, like I literally have pictures. From when they were at their birthday parties together. Like, and now they're grown young men. Yeah. It's like crazy.
Sometimes I question I'm the middle one. That's crazy.
Yeah, but,
yeah, let's get back to Duke though, man. Like, break down that last play in your perspective. Like, who's at fault there?
Who's at fault? Oh, that is a tough question. I'm going to have to say who's directly at fault. Who I'm going to really say is at fault, really? I'm going to have to put on the coaches.
Okay.
And the reason I put on the coaches, the amount of time that was on the clock and the situations in, they didn't have to score.
No.
All he had to do was hold the ball. Now, granted, you can't coach him. I mean, granted, we don't know what they told him in the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to two things: coaching and the reason why I feel Duke will have a hard time winning championships. And that reason is every year, yes, they get the number one recruiting class. However, when it gets to crunch time, like the final, the Elite Eight, the Final Four, the national championship game, that's when that freshman nerves kicks in. And every year they're bringing in new freshmen. I mean, granted, they have some upperclassmen, but the core of your team that's playing are freshmen or sophomores. And they haven't been in that predicament before. So their nerves get to him. And I think that's what happened with Boozer. His nerves got to him. He saw the open man and thought he saw him open, not realizing or not just saying all I need is just dribble the ball, hold the ball. Because the thing about it is, it was less than 10 seconds. So they could have just ran out the clock, or even 8 seconds of doing time to time that. Because if they would have just ran the clock out, they didn't have to do too much. But freshman mistakes. So
it happens.
It happens. It happens to the best.
Yeah.
It happens to the best.
Yeah. Why do you think certain, like, not certain, but like majority of Carolina Tar Heels doesn't really like resonate going into the league? Because like you can name
product of the system,
countless Duke players that went to the NBA, but like it's hard to like name notable Carolina fans.
I say product of the system.
Yeah,
there's a lot of college players that are products of the system. They play within the system that is great, but it doesn't necessarily translate to the NBA level. But at the same time, you look at the ones that play for Carolina, and they have longevity in the league for the most part. They play 10 and 15 years. They might not be the superstar, but they play in their role. Some of the Duke players that come in, they come in as a top dog, but then they fizzle out, or you don't really hear too much about them.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, they're hyped, they're very hyped, but then when they get in, they kind of drop down. Now there's a few exceptions. There's a few exceptions for each side, but for the majority of it, they're like, I ain't gonna say they're average, but they don't live up to the hype that they had coming in.
Yeah, as far as Carolina, like as far as your point, like Harrison Barnes is still going.
Yeah.
VC before he retired, he was like solid 20
years. Yeah. Danny Green. Cam Johnson.
He in Brooklyn, yeah.
Who else? Kobe White. I mean, there are a few of them that they don't necessarily be the top dog, but they play their role out. Brandon Haywood, Kenny. Going back even further back, Kenny Smith.
Yeah.
J.R. Reed, George Lynch.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
JJ for a while.
Who?
J.J. Hickson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they wasn't. They was a product of the system. They made it in, but they just kind of. Even Deron, he's on Brooklyn. Deron, I can't think of his he's from North Carolina. But he's playing the role. So
yeah. Well, to your point, I can name some Duke players that didn't like I knew for sure they're gonna be like at least starters or like some type
of hands down.
Like Jahlil Okafor, I knew he was going to be like a dog, but like look at him now, 9 in the league.
Yeah.
Justice Winslow.
Yeah.
Tyus Jones, he's still hanging in there.
Yeah.
A little bit. And I think where he at now? I think he's in Phoenix or somewhere. But
Harry Giles.
Yeah.
Who else? What's the other kid name? It was at Duke. He's overseas now. He had bad knees. Uh, I can't think of his name. They were just talking about him. But countless ones. I mean, they just and even with even with Zion. Zion to me hasn't lived up to the hype.
That's on him though.
It is, but he hasn't lived up to the hype.
Yeah. Does that go because of the team he's in, or that's just his?
Both. I think it's all of it. I think it's a combination. Because he's had time. He's had a chance to leave, but yeah, but he wanted to do. He wanted to stay in condition. His outside life.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna talk about that part.
Yeah. But speaking of Zion, I saw this reel on Instagram, and I thought it was like a real good question to ask. So, like, at their peaks, right, during their time at Duke, who you rather taking, Zion or Cooper Flag?
Cooper Flag.
What?
Cooper Flag.
Zion was just on a whole nother level in college, bro.
He was. But Cooper Flag could do with so much. I mean, Cooper Flag could do a whole lot. Like, me personally, I want those players. Like, I want a player. Yes, he would dominate down low, but I want somebody who could do it all.
Yeah.
Huh?
More all around.
More all around. I mean, I like an all around player versus, a full complete. You know what I'm saying? Just dominate. But I mean, Zion was good. I'm not taking that away. I just like Cooper Flag.
Okay.
I just take Cooper Flag. That's just me.
A little bias in there.
Huh?
A little bias in there.
Not necessarily. I just like, I like Cooper Flag. Just maybe because I never could really shoot outside. You know what I'm saying? And when I played rec ball, I was like Zion. I just dominated in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I would run through people. I won't dunking, but I just ran through people. I was a bully. If I got the ball, you won't get the ball. I was like a miniature baby Charles Barkley. Like undersized, but I rebounded. I just, if you might get an elbow. I played great defense. I lock you down. Yeah. So, I just couldn't hit three. I couldn't hit outside shot though.
Sounds more like Dennis Rodman, but
yeah, more like Dennis Rodman, kind of, But I didn't. But see, I wasn't that crazy as Dennis Rodman. I wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I wasn't that bad. Yeah, but
Okay.
So you would take Zion?
Yes, he was more. I know this is a crazy comparison, but like he was more during his time in Duke. He was like Shaq, but just more versatile. Like,
okay.
Like you said, bully ball, getting to the cup.
Yeah.
Just do whatever he wanted to do. Just
yeah.
The game. To me.
Oh no, you agree. I mean, that's valid point. Valid point. I would compare him to another Duke player.
What Duke player?
He reminded me of a more athletic, more agile Elton Brand.
Okay. Even though I didn't watch him in college?
Huh?
Even though I didn't watch him in college?
Yeah. Elton Brand was tough. He commanded down low, but you know what I'm saying, Westcott was just athletic. Like I would give him credit. He was just his athletic ability to jump out the gym was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who's
your top 5 Carolina Tar Heel players of all time?
Oh, Ooh, really? Oh gosh. Oh, my top 5.
And people that you actually watched.
This is my actual. Okay, so this is who I remember. Like my top 5 all time that I remember. Right.
Yeah.
So now take in mind, I'm a little over the hill. My top 5 that I watched growing up would be Ed Cota at point guard that I watched. Ed Cota at shooting guard. Vince Carter.
Okay.
3 would be Antoine Jameson. 4 would be it's a toss-up. Gosh, it's a toss-up. I would say no, because I would put him at power forward. It's Tyler Hansborough, him or Sean May.
Okay.
And then my center would be Rasheed Wallace.
That's a solid list.
Now, if I go past that, I would go with. I would go with. Gosh, it's too many. I can't even. It's too many. like the old ones. Like it's too many. Like
yeah,
it's like King Rice, Kenny Smith, Serge Wicker, doggone Eric Montrose. I mean, it's a lot. J.R. Reed. I forgot about J.R. Reed. James Worthy. Michael Jordan. That's back in the. Yeah. I wasn't quite. I wasn't quite fond enough to actually see them play. But yeah.
Okay. My list is more modern.
Okay.
But if we're just going by like positions, Marcus Page is definitely my one.
Okay.
2. Did you consider Justin Jackson at 2 or 3?
Justin would be a 2 or 3. You could put him at 2 or 3. I think he mostly was a 3.
Yeah.
You could put him at a 2.
Okay. I'm putting him at my 2. Oh no, I've always enjoyed Justin's game back.
Oh yeah, Justin had a nice game.
3. I'm gonna have to give it to Luke May.
Okay.
Just the shot, right?
Oh yeah,
No. 4 and 5 are easily for me. So like Bryce Johnson in my 4, and I always enjoy Kenny D Meeks for some reason.
Oh yeah, I mean Kenny had a nice game. I mean, those some good ones. I mean, they were definitely. I would definitely put them in the top. Yeah, the top of the newer. The newer. Yeah, definitely. Because that team was tough. I mean, if it wasn't for that freak shot by Chris Jenkins, yeah. I mean, that's just like, but that goes back. It's just like that shot from the dude from UConn.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, 8 out of 9 times, 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, he's not going to make that shot. It just was that one shining moment. He's not gonna make it. Yeah, he's not making it.
But yeah, man, that would be my list.
Okay. Okay.
On the Panther. I keep saying Panthers. Tar Heels.
That must be you must have a little sense of excitement for the Panthers this year.
I do.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I do. After this season and how close we gotten, and for a team like the Rams to push them to their limit like that.
Oh yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the defense they got this year, like the pickups they have, like, hey, yeah. we can take the South.
Yes.
And take in mind, we still have the draft to go.
I think we need to draft a tight end or like some more offensive line help.
I say line, and I think we definitely have to go through the draft and pick up offensive linemen and weapons. We already got the defense.
Yeah.
We just got to work on that offensive line because clearly he was running around he was running for his life a lot of times last year. So he needs some more weapons. I think they got some weapons with McMillan. I think we need to find one more wide receiver like him.
He rare though.
Huh?
He rare though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if we could find one that's huh?
You got Coker.
Oh, we need another one. You never know. You never know because one injury and it's downhill. You know, so he definitely needs.
Do you think it's possible at all? I doubt it, but you know, us getting the services of AJ Brown.
It's a slim chance because Philadelphia's trying to hold on him as long as they can. And they keep avoiding the question. He keeps talking about let me go. And they talking about he's an Eagle. We're not letting him go. But for them to keep him, they're gonna have to do something. I don't know what it is, but there was some toxicity in that locker room. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this year they didn't look like themselves. Like it was like, yeah. And honestly, and probably after what they done with that defense, I would be trying to get out of there too, because they completely just let their whole defense go by, which I don't understand. Like I was talking to my wife. I was like, "Baby, I know you're an Eagles fan, but you want to jump on the Panthers bandwagon? Because clearly, y'all look horrible." Yeah.
Yeah, totally different team.
Yeah, totally different team.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we have definitely a shot and opportunity to at least win 10 games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I can argue there's some games that we lost last season, like different play calling or like we could have won those games.
Oh yeah.
Have better, standings in the rank. But yeah, this is like the most exciting that I've been for Carolina in a while. So
yeah.
And just having patience with Bryce. Like I know a lot of people was like, oh, get rid of him and all that. He's not the standard QB, you know what I'm saying, with his height and size, but patience.
Oh yeah.
I've learned from my dad, because like I remember, so my fandom with the Panthers started literally the season that we drafted Cam. Like I don't know nothing about the Panthers pre-Cam Newton. I don't know nothing about the Jake Delhomme years, prime Steve Smith. Um, that's literally all I know. I grew up on Cam. So like I remember those first couple of years, like this is when I first started getting into sports and not really forming my own opinion. So like I would listen to other people, like, oh, Cam is this, Cam is that. So I report to my dad about it, like, oh, they saying this about Cam and he's not it. We used to pick on him. And he would just like relax, give him some time. And then literally a season or two later, we're in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I've learned that from him. Like, regardless of how a player is playing at the current moment, give him time to evolve and find his own groove, and he will shine. So,
Oh yeah. Cam came through. But yeah, but the Panthers, I remember. Yeah, I remember the Delhomme and the Kerry Collins. Damn, all those eras. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
how'd that go for you?
Huh?
How'd that go for
Oh,
you?
they were okay. They were up and down. They was up and downs. Kerry Collins was like, but Jake Delhomme, he was pretty straight. So you know.
Where does your LeBron fandom come from?
Oh gosh, I knew you were gonna bring that up. I don't know. I think like I think I was one of those persons that I always had like a favorite player, and so it was kind of like I was like Michael Jordan. Everything was like Michael Jordan, and then once he left, it was like I and in between there, I was like I always like Shaq. It's like I always loved Shaq. So then it was like Michael Jordan and Shaq. Then it was all about Shaq. Wherever Shaq went, cool. And then as Shaq was transitioning, it was like it's like LeBron. Like I think LeBron was because he was such a phenomenon in high school. It was pretty much like that's kind of cool, dude, same dude, you know what I'm saying? High school, growing up, he was doing time when we was coming through school, that type thing. But yeah, I don't know, it just kind of happened, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
There's no logical. It's like I really can't just say there's no logical. It's like I just like, oh that's my favorite player, LeBron. Wherever he goes, that's what I'm rooting for.
I was kind of the same. So like my very first NBA game that I watched from beginning to end was the NBA Finals Game 7, 2010 Lakers Celtics. And so um, watching Kobe win his fifth and ultimately his final ring kind of like not just made me a fan, but like made me a fan of Kobe himself, right? So he was my favorite player for a while.
Okay.
But then again, it was like I was just hopping on the team that was popular. It was popping, you know what I'm saying, and just had like the popularity. So like literally the season or two after that, that's when LeBron went to Miami, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I might go over here. You know what I'm saying? So I was a fan with Miami for like a year. Then I just followed suit with my Bulls and, been a Bulls fan ever since.
Okay.
As far as like favorite players throughout the years, like Kobe was my first. Then as he was Asian, then of course me being a Bulls fan, D Rose was my guy for a while.
Okay.
Then as time went on, I think that's when Kevin Durant came along, like when he got into his prime in OKC, and then ultimately moving to Golden State. It was just like, okay, that's my guy, you know. Then I was kind of flip flopping. Then after KD, it was Giannis. After Giannis, it was Tatum,
Okay.
and so
So who is it now?
I don't know yet. But I'm not gonna lie. Ant is getting close.
Okay.
Real close.
Okay.
And speaking of Duke, like that's one of the very few Duke players I can openly admit, like I really like Jason Tatum. Him, Kyrie. Um,
You know, I got a little spot for Tatum though. I got a spot for Tatum because he takes care of my school.
oh, really?
Like he's like him, him and the coach got a real relationship because Coach Moulton coached him in the 18 under USA games.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 18 under or 16 under, one or two. So like these past few years, he's giving them Tatum shoes. He's giving his shoes. He's got multiple multiple pairs.
Mm-hmm.
So they almost like Team Tatum,
Okay.
but they don't have the logo and all that stuff. But,
Yeah.
Yep.
How you feeling about your Lakers?
We'll see.
I mean, you guys are currently what, third seed, fourth seed?
Yeah, right now they're third seed. I mean, yeah, it's good and dandy till the playoffs start. Then realistically, I don't see them going to the finals as much as I like the Lakers. I love them, but they're not going to make it.
Yeah, especially based off the seeding, I don't see you guys going out the first round.
You got us going out in the first round?
Based on the seeding, who you guys face, the West is deep, in my opinion. You know,
it is deep, but I think we get out the first round. I don't see us beating OKC, and I don't see us right now. I don't see us beating San Antonio.
T-Wolves either?
Oh, we can beat the T-Wolves. We can beat them. We can beat them. We can
Did y'all lose last year?
We can beat them. We can beat them.
Then y'all lose to them last year?
Yeah, but I think we can beat them this year.
Okay. What about Denver?
I think we could beat them. I think we can beat them. And the only reason I'm going to say that is because we can actually shoot the ball now. Like, we can actually shoot the 3-point shot.
They can shoot.
I know, but we can shoot it too. Like, last year we didn't really have, like, last year's 3-point shooting was not the greatest. Like, between Jake LaRadia, between Jake LaRadia, the boy from Detroit that used to be a Duke, and
Luke Kennard
and Reeves. I mean, we can shoot the ball better. I'm not gonna say, again. What you call it? He's just a monster in himself.
Jokic.
Yes, he's a monster in himself. Outside of that, I think we have a chance.
Jamal Murray.
I mean,
Cam Johnson. Aaron Gordon. We're gonna stop Jokic in the paint.
Like I said, outside of Jokic, I think we could handle the rest. I'm not gonna say we can kill him, but we can handle.
So you're saying like a second round exit?
Yeah, I'll say second round.
Can y'all beat Houston?
My verdict is still out on that one.
Okay.
I mean, because you still have KD, so and then too, it all depends on if LeBron gets into playoff mode.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that even mean?
Like, it seems like LeBron, when he gets in the playoffs, he has a switch. Now, granted, that switch might be on half mode now since he's gotten older, but if he gets even 75% of that, I mean, because I think he has more help this year,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
between because he hasn't really had to carry the load a lot, so it's allowed him to kind of coast to
mhm,
playoffs.
mhm.
So
What's your favorite era of LeBron? Because for me, nothing tops Miami Bron. For,
no, no, no,
for
no,
me,
no. Miami LeBron was just out of this world.
yeah.
Like, people, like everybody say, this always debate: is he the greatest? I feel like that is like a open ended question for me.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say he's the greatest ever, but he's the greatest ever, but not the greatest ever. And my opinion of it is, nothing can top Michael Jordan. Like he was just the greatest. Like six, he went to six. He went to six championships and got six championships. Like, but at the same time, nobody has had the longevity he's had to carry that many teams when he had that he didn't have. You know what I'm saying? How many times you could say you carried a team 8 straight years? Like each team we carried them 8 straight years to the championship. I mean, how many can say? I mean, with the points he made, with the assists, the rebounds, like to me, LeBron is the greatest overall player ever. To me, he's not the greatest player. Like his whole totality as a player.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of the time he gets compared to LeBron. I mean, he gets compared to Jordan because Jordan wasn't afraid to hit the main shot. The shot at the end. Where LeBron, his was like, I'm gonna make the best possible play, whether it's passing the ball or shooting.
Okay.
So yeah. So
So
that's
where's he rank to you?
huh?
Who, two?
Two, two,
Okay.
two, maybe three. It just it fluctuates. Some days I say he's three behind Kobe. Then
Okay.
some days I say he's two. You know,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
You know my list.
No, what is your list?
my three or five?
Five.
Five. I have Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Four, Magic.
Okay.
Bron.
Okay.
Jordan. Kobe.
Okay. Okay. I mean, 1 to 3 is you really. I mean, it's subjective.
It is depending on who
Yeah, it's subjective.
you are and what you value more.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I've always valued Kobe just a little bit more than those two. Like people say, Kobe copied MJ's game and just perfected it on another whole nother level. If we put Jordan on this pedestal as he's the GOAT, then how not Kobe is not better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then it's like I have this imagination where it's like if things would have just been different, how many rings Kobe would truly have, right?
Yeah. If
Uh,
him, like, because honestly, if him and Shaq hadn't bickered, I mean,
yeah,
they could have literally swept. Like they've been a complete, absolute dynasty.
yeah,
Like, but at the same, like, I mean, they were like the top duo.
yeah,
But they would, but they're. I think Kobe, the battle to be the top dog, hindered the both of them,
yeah.
and they both knew it. And I'm glad they was able to squash it before Kobe exited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Do you remember where you were when you heard about that?
Huh?
Do you remember where you were when you heard about that?
Believe it or not, when I heard about that, I was sitting in the exact spot. I was in the exact spot in my old bedroom, and I was on my phone, get ready, waking up from a nap, and it says Kobe was in an accident, and I ran out into the dining room and was like, "Yo, Kobe's been in an accident." They said Kobe's dead. Because just so happened that particular Sunday, Cherie had to preach at my mom's home church, so we was at my parents' house, and we had to meet pastor in Fayetteville. So we was already down here, just chilling, waiting till the time to go to Fayetteville, and I was sitting in the exact same spot. January 2020,
2020.
2020. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Right here.
Yeah. I was in college at that time.
Yep.
And it was just like a regular Sunday for me. I was in my room and I was on my phone and just happened to be scrolling on Instagram, and I went to his page just cause like it's Kobe. I'm just not be a stalker, but like what do you got going on? And at that time, people can just like tag people in crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So one of the first things I saw was like, oh, Kobe was in a airplane crash or whatever, and pronounced dead. At that time, I was like, nah, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, do crazy stuff like that, just get clicks and likes, right? So like, I just completely ignored it, went back to my feed, and then as I continued to like, I refreshed it, and then like verified people and shows and stuff like that are saying it, and I was like, the realization came in at that point, and celebrities are saying stuff like that, and that's when it like really got real for me. And by that time, my roommate came in, and like I said, I was starting to feel it, so I just went into the bathroom. I just cried for a solid 5 minutes.
Wow,
it was pretty impactful for me. Like I said, watching him, and like not only got me into sports, but like also the journey that I'm on now, which is broadcasting. So he was kind of like the blueprint into me getting into sports, period. And so it was like a hero just transition, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was hard for me. Crazy start of the year for that year. Then,
oh yeah, it was definitely wild.
Then COVID came and all that.
It was definitely that was very definitely. I think that was kind of like one of those eye opening moments that the very ones we think would be invincible are not. You know, because you always hear about, you know what I'm saying, like stars, but they pass and then like in old they're not still in their prime, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're still, they're not, they're older. I mean, he still had life. You know what I'm saying? He still had young kids. And you know what I'm saying, even with his daughter, she still had a lot to live. And to die the way it happened, it was kind of like, wow. Because you don't really hear a lot of. It's kind of crazy because you hear a lot of you hear a lot of athletes dying, so to speak, but they're not like superstars. You know, and not in the manner that they died in. You know, you hear about them when they get older. Even with movie stars, you hear them, but you don't hear the superstars, with the exception of the one from Varsity Blues. Majority of them, like, they survive, but you know, yeah. Was it Paul White? Paul White. I'm not good with names no more. What's the dude from Varsity Blues and was it Fast and the Furious? Yeah, Fast and the
Oh,
Furious.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were like them two were like were the exceptions.
I remember that specifically because Paul passed on November 30th, 2013, and literally a year, not a year, but a month later, that's when my dad passed. So I remember that specifically. So yeah, so Kobe, Paul's deaths definitely got me, and another one that got me was Chadwick's.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
just the way it happened, just him keeping it to himself and still working and still
Mm-hmm.
doing everything and just battling it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, and then they passed. It was like, wait a minute, he was sick. I wouldn't have that took me because I was like, oh, he's sick. I was like, but he just did this movie, and then to kind of find out how sick he was, but still continued to work as if it was nothing. Yeah, that was definitely one that got me. Yeah, definitely.
Is there anybody out there as far as like athletes or celebrities when their time is up, you're gonna feel it?
Um, I don't know. I can't really say right now. I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know me, I'm a wrestling head, so like guys I idolize, you know, Cena, Taker,
Oh yeah.
Rock.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's gonna hit. Um, yeah. I try not to think like that.
I
I don't
know. I
want to
know.
think. You know,
Did you go to the last time they was in Raleigh?
I wanted to, but I didn't.
Okay.
You know, funds won't right. You know.
Oh yeah. Totally understand. Totally understand.
Yeah. They're gonna be back in Greensboro though in May.
Okay.
I
Okay.
might hit that up. Might hit that up, man.
Hey, get the coins right. Get the coins right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the coins right. Get the coins right. Hold on for a quick second, okay?
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
You're back.
I'm back just that quick. I might have to transition over in like 5 minutes.
Me. What to your phone?
Yeah, to the phone.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Well, man, we're like an hour in and we're not
I
even.
know, but I'm saying it's so good. So that's why I say I might just have to transition to the phone.
You're good, man. What I really wanted to get into in today's episode is it's all about pressures, right? Pressures that us men are kind of like faced without speaking about it, right?
Yeah.
Things that, especially us black men, right?
Yeah.
Um, diving into where it's like we want to talk about it, but like, is there like a safe space to do so? And so like number one, like kind of like we were talking about earlier, as far as your goals of this year, want to be a better husband and father and just ultimate provider, right?
Yeah.
Um, there's like that social pressure to always provide as a man, right?
Yeah.
And if we don't do that, then there's a stigma to us that we can't do this, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So to you, do you think us men have like, do we hold that self-worth to us as far as being able to provide, and if we can't do it, then it's like, oh, we're just failures in a sense?
Can't say we're failures. I just think it's been one of those things that's been like etched in us as men that we're supposed to be the providers, and like that's kind of like a rite of passage. So yeah, I mean that's the way I was taught, you know, because I was able to see a an example.
Yeah.
And then but see, like with certain, but like on your side, like it just depends, like on people's the way they grew up. Like for me, I saw the role model, but like for you, you know what I'm saying, you became that provider, so that you wanted to be that provider for your family because you knew you wanted to help out your mom. So it was automatically ingrained in you because of your situation. Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, but like I didn't have a true male enforcement to help me tell me, oh, like you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Yeah,
So I had
yeah,
to learn as I went. Like,
yeah.
even though I love my mom
Twin.
dearly, like at the end of the day, she's a woman though, and
Yeah,
so much she can put in me. You know what I mean? So I had to still to this day learn how to be a man in a sense. And so um, it's still a learning process, and
of
I've
course.
learned
Twin.
manly aspects through heartbreak and
All right, I'm about to switch out.
you're good.
Perfect.
Just learning manly things through getting hurt by this woman or heartbreaks because like I never had someone tell me like, oh, a woman wants this, a woman wants a man to do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, I appreciate your honesty, and I understand that I quote unquote failed you in this sense. Now that I know that a woman likes to have someone that initiates or provide or do all these things, it's like okay, I get it. It's hurtful. Don't want
Of
you to go,
course.
but now I can learn this lesson and move forward and be a better version of me moving forward. But I don't know. I've always grew up with that mindset of 50-50. It shouldn't always be me that initiates and do everything. Like, what are you going to be doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you do your half, I do my half, and there's going to be days where uh, you can only put in that 30. That's my job to put in 70.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then vice versa. I might not have it all together and just put in 20. You got to pull up with the 80. So, and just being understanding of that process. Um, but mainly, like I'm more of a 50-50 guy. But again, everybody has their own.
And and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I like my whole thing that I say, I tell when the people ask is how you start is how you keep it going. So if you start off 50-50, keep it at 50-50. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because you don't want to start in habit and then you have to break the habit.
Yeah.
You know, like because there's certain things that I started off when we got married. When I was dating my wife, that you know I tried to break, but I found out that I couldn't break it because I started it and I have to continue it.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I've had to make adjustments about it. But because I started it, I have to continue it. But that's and
Yeah, just one of those things.
Yeah, and that happens.
Yeah,
Learning to adjust.
learn to adjust.
And
That's
to
I think that's the biggest thing is in life is I'm learning even now is compromising and adjusting. And this is going on. I've been with my wife. Shout out to Cherie. Uh, I've been with her for um, this is going on 24 years, and we've been married for almost 21. And yeah, it's about adjusting and compromising.
it's a lot of years, man.
Yeah, yeah. I was in college, man. I was in college. I went to I went to college and found her.
Did like for me it did. So like I'm gonna ask you, were the way you were raised kind of help kind of see what kind of woman you want in your life?
Yes, it did. It did. It did. It played a part. It definitely played a part in it.
Yeah.
Definitely played a part in it. Yep.
That's how it was for me. That's the way it is for me. Where growing up in a single parent household, watching my mom literally just do everything, um, and like make no excuse. Like we got to do what we got to do. Bills got to get paid. Got to work. Got to get things done. Maintain the
Yeah.
house on their own. And so I just grew up with that mentality of having someone that doesn't rely on someone and being able to
Hmm.
not complain and have that mindset of, like I said, not relying on someone and then just getting things done and making it happen. And I guess in today's term, that's like the quote unquote independent woman. And so um, I've always been somewhat attracted to that. But at the same time, the a con to that is a woman so stuck in that mindset and not willing to be what they call soft with someone and feeling like there has to be the quote unquote masculine one in the situation and not being able to understand like I'm the man here. Like I'm trying to take
Yeah.
care of the
Yeah.
situation. And take care of you and do all these things and not being able to come down from that mentality. You know what I mean? Am
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. I
am
got
I
you.
making sense?
Yeah. It definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Quite a few heartbreaks come from those kind of women, but it is what it is. You live, you learn.
Yeah. You live and you learn.
So yeah, is there's like a another aspect of us men where it's like we have to hide our emotions, and why do you think that certain women or all are to us are telling us men to like man up in a sense, when it's our job to not just be providers and leaders, but also have this space where it can be vulnerable and show emotion, but in today's time it's looked upon as a negative thing.
Yeah. I think as it pertains to vulnerability, it has it's starting to change more. I know in my era growing up, um, in my little generation, I think we might be in kind of the separate generation, this thing, um, you had to be hard. If you showed vulnerability, you was considered to be weak. Whereas now it's more accepting to be more vulnerable because there's so much mental health issues going on, and people have been holding on so for so long. It's and the suicide rate is so high now that they're wanting men to show their vulnerability to keep to help like navigate and decrease the rate of suicide.
Yeah.
Because of that, they started to realize people started to realize that holding it in is the root cause of this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think it still has a ways to go, but it's definitely come some ways. Definitely come some ways.
Yeah. Comes with, the sign of the times.
Yeah, yeah.
And so for me, so the way that I've chosen to heal from my dad's passing is just not talk about anything, and kind of like we were talking about hiding my emotion, not talking about it. Um, Keeping your head down, move forward best way you possibly can, and it has still affected me where I get intimidated or hesitant to show emotion. Um, and rather than face things head on, like I turn into that butthole and like be sarcastic or you know give a little attitude rather than just simply like saying how you feel. Try to be vulnerable, break down that wall. Um, Still an adjustment after 12 years, but I'm trying to, I'm trying to do,
So
you know what I mean?
I'm going to ask you a really heavy question.
What's up?
Do you feel you have properly grieved from that your dad's passing?
Honestly, I don't think I ever will. Like, that's how much he meant to me. Um, it was one of those things where he was my Superman. He was my superhero. And then now that he's gone, and I think what made it worse is that I didn't really appreciate him as much as I should have when he was here. I'm mama's boy. I always have, I always will be. So like I was kind of like blind, not truly understanding his impact until he was gone. That's what made it worse for me. And trying to figure out and go through this life without him has been extremely hard. Um, and I feel like regardless of how old I am on the inside, I'll always be that 16-year-old kid trying to navigate life without his dad. Um, all I can do is just continue to move forward, keep going after what I want, and just try to make him proud. That's all I can do. Him and my grandma. You know, and so I don't think so. I don't think I will ever fully grieve or heal from that. You
Okay, that's
I mean,
it. You know, I mean, that's definitely that a tough. That I mean, that was definitely tough. I mean, for you, and nobody can tell you how you feel um as pertains to that. So yeah, I think yeah, We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just not on here.
Oh yeah. Too deep for
Too deep.
too deep for the people.
Nah, too deep. That that's one of these brother to brother, no cameras. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I wouldn't necessarily say that I just been here for the past 12 years because I've grown a lot within my healing. Versus when he first passed away. Um, but I've learned to I've learned to value more what's in front of me. Be more patient with things. Appreciate what's in front of me. Appreciate where I am now. I've always had the mentality of just like wanting to close my eyes, wake up, and I'm where I want to be in life. Um, but I've learned throughout the time to appreciate the journey, appreciate how far I've come, because I used to not do that. Like I've accomplished something. Okay, cool. Boom. What's next? What's the next goal? What's the next mission? But with his death, it made me realize I really came a long way. So um, those are little steps,
Yeah,
that I have to acknowledge and appreciate. But
it
you know,
it will always be. I haven't experienced that, but with the loss of my wife's mother, um, it would never. It will all be a healing. It's always going to be a healing process. I mean, and it will never, like you say, it will never fully heal. But you just have to take one day at a time, and day is a day of healing, and understand that it's okay to cry. But the key to it is just making sure you pick yourself up and keep going.
yeah. So he can.
But yeah, but the one thing I would say, he would be very proud of you because you are, you know what I'm saying, just from a brother standpoint, you are a great man. I've seen you grow in ways beyond, like, I can't even talk about. You know what I'm saying, I watch you up close, I watch you from afar. You know what I'm saying? You don't spread your wings, you don't flown, and I'm proud of you. He would be proud of you. And I know your mom is definitely proud of you. And your brothers are proud of you.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. And keep going. Keep going. Keep pushing. There's greatness still ahead of you.
Oh yeah.
There's greatness still ahead of you. Yup.
I appreciate you, man.
Definitely. I told you we're locked in, brother. We locked in. We locked in.
Oh yeah. How you feel about today? Today's episode. How you feel about it?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. It was definitely great, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I can chop it up with you, we talk sports, you know. Haven't yet been look, still ain't been able to chop it up with you on these sticks. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be able to chop it up with you on the sticks.
And what?
Anything.
All right.
You'll probably beat me, but I'm just saying.
I don't know, because like now I'm not as much of a gamer as I used to.
I don't
'Cause
play at all.
adulting,
Yeah, I don't play at all no more either.
You know, kind of lost my step a little bit, but I still play here and there.
Yeah. See, I don't play it all. I ain't played it all like in like almost a year. So I think I
Like 2K,
played. I play, huh?
2K.
2K, NBA, NFL, ESPN, all them. All you name a game, I ain't played it.
Yeah. You said
Huh?
ESPN?
Yeah, that's old school. That's old. That's old. That's
Okay.
way old. That's old.
Okay.
That's like PlayStation 1, 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2K and 2K and Madden. Yo,
Okay. I got a random question for you since we're here.
shoot it.
Um, Depending on how many, me and my soon to be, discuss. Are you willing to be one of my groomsmen?
Of course,
Okay,
hands
cool.
down.
All right. I just.
It ain't nothing but a word. It ain't nothing but word, and I'm in there like swimwear.
Yeah.
I probably look probably shed more tears than you will. I'll be like my little brother. Yeah, I definitely would.
Okay.
I had to look for a second. It's like the way this phone position was like, is my lips ashy?
Mhm.
Mm. And need some chaps. Look, not need some chapstick. Look, as soon as I get off here, I might have to go down to the
I mean,
gas station.
I got a
Huh?
handful there in my room. So
Yeah, I ain't got none.
eh.
Yup. But that's what's up, brother. That's
Oh
what's
man,
up. Good.
this was I'm sorry.
Huh? I said no. That's just it. What's up? That's what's up.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, this was really good. Episode 23.
Two,
Uh,
three.
2, 3. LeBron.
Hey, I'm just saying. Shoot me back on the 4-4.
Yeah. But yeah, this was episode 23 of Going Beneath the Surface podcast with yours truly, Kendrick McKnight, where we are unpacking the unseen one conversation at a
At a time.
time. And man, Mario, I appreciate you. What's your
All
what's
day.
your what's your socials? People can follow you.
Ooh, the Chief 82 is Instagram. My name Mario on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just look at my name. You'll find me. I'm kind of the in-betweener between the older generation and the younger generation. So yeah, just catch me. I'm
Yeah.
here.
And my last question before we get out of here. 3 words that best describes Mario.
3 words that best describes me. Um 3 words that best describe me. I would say um sociable,
Okay.
um adaptable,
Mm.
and loving.
That's solid.
And I put those words in sense of because I don't never meet a I don't like I'm half introverted in the sense of if I'm in a room, um, it'll take me a minute, but once I feel comfortable, I'll never meet a stranger. I'll strike up a conversation anywhere. Um, I'm adaptable because or adjustable because I kind of just go with the flow. Um, I saying I'm like if something's up, something's high, I'll ride with it. Something's low, I'll ride with it. Whoever, I don't like confrontation, so I just go with the flow, or I do what is necessary to make sure everything is good and lovable because I just love everybody. I sometimes I don't see no wrong in nobody, and if I do, I can give them chance after chance after chance. That's
Okay.
me. That's
That's
me.
solid. Very solid. You want my answer?
Give them, bro.
Driven.
Okay.
No, I'll take that back. I'm a dreamer,
Okay.
quiet,
Okay.
and I'll say accessible.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Cool.
Yeah, that's solid, right?
That's it. That's solid. That's solid. That's solid.
Oh man. Until next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But before we do it, we're gonna do something different.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something different. I don't know if they done this before on your podcast, but we're gonna do it because I'm the big brother.
Okay.
All right. Lord, we thank you for this podcast. I thank you for my little brother. Lord, continue to cover him as he does his podcast. We pray that this podcast will flourish beyond his imagination. We pray for him. We pray for his family. God, we pray for every person that comes on this podcast, that you'll bless each one of them before me and bless each one after me, that it will continue to flourish and continue to bless him for being a blessing on the podcast. God, we bless you. We honor you. Until the next time, we say amen.
Amen. That's a perfect ending.
Perfect.